hot topic number 1, good cop, bad cop. He's a mid-level first inspector with the Papua Police, but Labora Sitorus was either a very thrifty saver or amazing part-time businessman. He was arrested on May 18 after investigators discovered more than $100 million in his bank account. The allegations are that Sitorus was involved in illegal logging and fuel smuggling. Now, national police are saying that the suspect acted alone. Watchdog groups say superiors must be involved. What do we say?
Well, actually, usually when corruption taking place, the surrounding will know what's going on. It hardly ever a one-man show. So it has to be created by environment, and the superior usually know what's going on.
And of course, he's still innocent until proven guilty, but that amount of money, I mean, it doesn't fall into your lap easily. No. You have to work a long time for $100 million.
Yeah. I would think that corruption is more like a system. Sometimes it's systemized. It just doesn't get into 10 billion in one day or one action. So it must have happened through a period of time in which, like I said, enough people knew to cover that up. So it amounted to that, which means most likely people surrounding him or his authority might be implicated in that.
You think more to come? You think more to come?
I think there's more to come. I think there's just what they're figuring out right now. If you remember the case of Joko Susilo, God knows how much was that. So, but my thing is, corruption is bad, and you can spend your time just lampooning them, or you can actually put in place a law that would make it possible to actually seize back those money.
Right now, they can get to keep their assets, right? There's no law that says you can do it. Yeah.
I will have to check on that.
They
but my
can do
guess
cars
is,
and all that, but money, I think it's not yet.
The money not yet.
No,
the money not yet. And I would like to see that being returned to the state
like in
coffers.
Other countries. Now, the suspect's salary, his salary is less than $1,000.
He's a lieutenant.
Yeah. He's a lieutenant.
So obviously the money didn't come from savings.
No. I think it would take him about 400 years actually to save up a good 70% of his monthly income to get into that kind of money.
You know, you mentioned Joko Susilo. You know, this was just the most recent case, this of Sitorus. Joko Susilo, embezzlement, Susno Duwaji, bribery. And on the lower level, remember that YouTube video last month from Bali where the guy gets the tourist and then he buys them beer with that?
Yes.
I mean, the public is going, what the heck? I mean, you know, how much more do we need to see? That's small time, a beer. But this one is major money we're talking about. And in Papua, which needs the money for the public.
But the opportunity also play a big role. The bigger the opportunity, the more probably, you know, the negative things will take place.
That's a rich area. I mean,
yes,
Papua is a lot of natural resources.
So the opportunities are there. And number two, it's going back to the enforcement. What kind of enforcement can be enforced?
What do you want to see happen now then? What do you hope results from this case?
Well, the public should see that their commitment from the regulators as the enforcement in this country should perform what they need to perform. When the public see that, they will do the same thing, you know, because the public see the government as their parents. You know, the children always follow what the parents say. Even though the parents said, don't smoke, don't do this, but they're smoking and doing a lot of bad things. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is what they have shown to the public is the most important message.
But you know what's wrong about this? The National Police already came out and said, he acted alone. How do they know until you investigate?
Well, maybe there's, since those bigger fish to fry usually are more powerful than he is, and he's probably not in the best place to actually bringing them down.
So what, is he being sacrificed like he's going to go down by himself?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm speculating, but here's the thing. We can speculate on that, or I just want to see those illegally gained money returned and being used for the public. Seriously, when that happens, that would teach them a lesson, because yes, they can go to jail, and they have gone to jail 3-4 years and whatnot, but if those money, those illegal assets are not returned, they're not teaching them
That was the
anything.
argument in the Angelina Sonda case. She went to prison, but she got to keep her money from the bribes. So that's what you're saying, right? She should be forced to give that up.
Here's what I learned from my not so long life is that you can try to you
30-something, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we agree on the 30-something. No, you can try to force people to follow some sort of a moral conduct or something, and good luck on that. You know, we already got clergymen trying to do that for the past 2,000 or 3,000 years. Or you can choose a little behavioral economics. You still give the money back that teaches
but I don't
people,
think he's going to give it up if he doesn't have to. So that's, you know,
that's the thing. That's why the law has to be there for that.
One last quick thing. Do you trust the police anymore? I mean, they're a good police. Let's not brush everybody with this is a bad thing.
I still do.
But
I know a lot of them also good police.
Yes.
You know.
So, but the public, their trust has to have been shaken by this, right?
Of course.
They've been shaken for quite some time, but never assume that everyone is bad, because at the end of the day, you still have to work with